Hello and welcome to Weathered Oak Media. I'm Will and I hope you're all doing well out there, in spite of all the troubles in the world. I'm all dressed up today because it is the holiday season and my classes have ended for the term, and I found out that I got pretty good grades across the board. 3 A's and 2B's. Not bad for doing it all online during a pandemic and after 25 years out of school. I'll take that. Another thing I'm celebrating today is that somehow, between working full-time and then being a full-time student, I managed to produce 5 videos on this new channel this year, which is a personal best for me. Another thing to be proud of, for me anyways. Now, if this were any other year, this video would actually be about one of my favorite holiday traditions, Festivus, or to be more specific, the airing of grievances. Every year on my Facebook page, I would write out this funny rant where I would bitch about all the little things that have annoyed me throughout the year, from people's poor grammar and spelling to annoying TV adverts to whatever the flavor of the week's social media trend happens to be when I'm writing it. It's become quite popular, it generates a lot of comments between my friends and I, and we all have a lot of fun with it. But I'm not going to do that this year. This year is different. For a lot of people, this year has been, well, a total dumpster fire, really. And I thought, well, the last thing you guys need is me complaining about mundane things when there are far, far greater troubles in life. We've all had to face unprecedented new challenges that have changed our lives. We've all had to learn new things. Some of us are better at adapting than others, and of course, well, we've all been under a lot of stress this year. How do you deal with that stress? I mean, I like to play music and take photos, but sometimes there's actually nothing better than rereading an old favorite book. And that's what I thought I would do. And this one might be familiar to some. The title is All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten: Uncommon Thoughts on Common Things by Mr. Robert Fulghum. My grandmother gave me this book about 25 years ago, right around the time that I was graduating from high school, so it seems kind of fitting that I'm revisiting it again as a college student. It's a great little book, one of those little ones you can just devour in a single go, or just kind of randomly crack open anywhere and just read a 1 or 2 page chapter if you just want to read a funny little uplifting anecdote. Now, what I would like to do, if you'll indulge me, is I would like to read to you the famous opening chapter from which the book gets its title, All I Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. I think we could all use a moment to remind ourselves that life isn't as complicated as we're making it out to be. We know how to live our lives, and we have known for a very long time. I just think that some of us might have forgotten. So, make yourself comfortable, get yourself a beverage, and I'll be back after this. Yeah, welcome back. I hope you're all comfortable now. As I mentioned in my intro, this book is a really, really quick read, and it's actually only going to take me about a minute or two just to read the opening chapter for you here. Before I do that, I'm just going to say that this book is the intellectual property of the author Robert Fulghum, and all copyright goes to him. This book was originally published in 1986. My paperback version here was published in the early 90s. As you can see, the pages are yellowing up quite nicely here, and if you listen, it has that really cool tone that old books get. It speaks. Now, this opening passage is well known to many. It's been printed on posters and cards and fridge magnets for years. It's even been turned into a stage play performed by, you guessed it, kindergartners. Now, I'm not too sure how it works as a stage play, but the main thing is they're having fun doing it, and that's all right. Today I'm going to put this fancy new mic to work here, and I'm going to give this a shot in my best radio voice, so here we go. Each spring for many years, I have set myself the task of writing a personal statement of belief, a credo. When I was younger, the statement ran for many pages, trying to cover every base with no loose ends. It sounded like a Supreme Court brief, as if words could resolve all conflicts about the meanings of existence. The credo has grown shorter in recent years, sometimes cynical, sometimes comical, sometimes bland, but I keep working at it. Recently, I set out to get the statement of personal belief down to one page in simple terms, fully understanding the naive idealism that implied. The inspiration for brevity came to me at a gas station. I managed to fill an old car's tank with super deluxe high-octane Go Juice. But my old hoopy couldn't handle it and it got the willies. It kept sputtering out at intersections and belching going downhill. I understood. My mind and my spirit get like that from time to time. Too much high-content information and I get the existential willies. I knew I was going to trip on that one. I keep sputtering out at intersections where life's choices must be made and I either know too much or not enough. The examined life is no picnic. I realized then that I already knew most of what's necessary to live a meaningful life. That it isn't all that complicated. I know it, and I have known it for a long, long time. Living it, well, that's another matter, yes? So here is my credo. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at Sunday school. These are the things that I've learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some and draw some and paint and sing and dance and play every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. When you go out in the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup? The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows how or why, but we're all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. So do we. And remember the Dick and Jane books. And the first word you learned, the biggest word of all, look. Now everything you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule, and love, and basic sanitation, ecology, and politics, and equality, and sane living. Take any one of those items and extrapolate it into sophisticated adult terms and apply it to your family life, or your work, or your government, or your world, and it holds true and clear and firm. Think what a better world it would be if we all, the whole world, had cookies and milk at about 3 o'clock every afternoon and then lay down with our blankies for a nap. Or if all governments had a basic policy to always put things back where they found them and to clean up their own messes. And it's still true, no matter how old you are. When you go out in the world, it's best to hold hands and stick together. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. Have a great holiday, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time in the new year.